Hello, I'm Tim McIsaac, four-time Paralympian in the sport of paraswimming. Some of you may remember me, while others may not, as quite some time has passed since I finished competing over 30 years ago. In fact, from 1976 to 1989. It is indeed both a pleasure and an honor to be a participant in Sport Manitoba's Coaching Mental Health Microsessions project. I, like many of you, I'm sure, was an athlete once upon a time. Unlike most of you, however, I did not pursue coaching when my competitive career came to an end. This is not to say that it is imperative or even desirable for one to have lived experience as a high-performance athlete in order to be an effective coach. In fact, my own coach never swam competitively. Yet, under his guidance, I was able to have an amazing and successful high-performance experience during my athletic career. Since retiring, I have had what I would consider to be a stable professional career that has seen me employed by the private, not-for-profit, and public sectors of the economy, while at the same time pursuing 2 postgraduate degrees. My experience as a graduate student later in life has taught me how the world in general, and the world of sport in particular, have truly changed. Today, we place heavy emphasis on perceiving and conceptualizing people holistically. That is to say, we include every facet of an individual's personhood in our human relationships. We are concerned with all aspects of wellness, including mental health, and we celebrate those things about one another which provide us with the precious gifts of uniqueness and individualism. It is from this perspective I wish to speak briefly to you today about the importance of maintaining good mental health as part of an overall strategy to promote wellness of our actively competing athletes. I'm sure we all can cite numerous examples of things that make the world a different place than it was back when we were competing. For many of us, these examples illustrate the world's evolution from the time when we grew up to a time that many of us, I am sure, would argue is a softer and more gentle place. And yet, we have come to appreciate how today's young athletes may be struggling with social pressures that we did not know existed for us, not because they were not present, but because we were not yet equipped with the language or the openness in the way that our youth are experiencing in sports today. This leads me to 2 observations upon which I believe we should reflect as we take advantage of the learning opportunity that is Sport Manitoba's series of videos examining the role which good mental hygiene plays in providing effective coaching to today's athletes. First, as a former athlete with a broad background in education and the social sciences, I believe that I would want to have a coach who pays close and careful attention to their mental health. It is difficult to care for others when we have not taken care of ourselves. Secondly, the reflection we do in order to constantly assess our own conditions, situations, or circumstances ought to provide us with the tools we need to show empathy to others, most especially our own athletes. My wish for each of you is that you will find within these videos the information and experiences shared to be useful, and I would encourage you to take note of anything that has the potential to assist or to improve your self-care for your own sake as well as that of your athletes. I would like to thank Sport Manitoba for the opportunity to share some time with each of you, and thank you all for your attention and dedication.